Welcome to this week's Teacher Devotion. Today I want to talk about becoming a servant like Jesus. Philippians 2:3-4 says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the other." Be ambitious to be nothing, at least nothing except what God designed you to be. When you gave your life to Christ, you became a servant. A servant goes where he is told, and he does what he's told to do. He doesn't take thought of whether he likes it or not. He simply does it because it's his position. Jesus Christ is our greatest example of a servant. Philippians 2:6-8 tells us how Jesus, who is God, did not try to grasp being equal with God, but he made himself to be nothing. He became a servant in the form of a man. He became completely submitted and obedient to God, the Father, and he submitted even to the death on a cross. There is something in each of us that recoils and wants to strike back when we hear the words servant and submission. We want to say, "Not me, I'm a king's kid." But when searching the Bible, we find over and over again that those who exalt themselves will be abased, and those who choose to humble themselves before God will be exalted. Remember, God's ways are not our ways, and his ways are higher than our ways. They won't always make sense to us. As we become willing to submit our lives as living sacrifices to God, going wherever he leads, speaking what he directs us to speak, and doing as he asks, the light of God within us will become so evident to those around us that they will want to know what makes us different. Why? Because it's so unusual to live that way. It has an appeal to those wanting out of the darkness. Your co-workers, your parents, and students have a need to see Jesus in you. They will be drawn to the light of Christ as you shine for him in this dark and confusing world. Our prayer for this week is, "Dear God, make me a servant." Jesus was a servant. Make me one too. You've placed my students and their parents in my world this year for a reason. Let my light so shine before them that you might be glorified. Make me a servant like Jesus. Thank you for joining me today. I pray you have a blessed week.